Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's Craig again with another update on the buddy build for me and Paul, and also the entry into the heavy weapons or heavy tanks and heavy weapons or heavy guns group build hosted by Joachim and Marcus. So you have to excuse me because I've got a chest infection again. I had one last week and I've got it back again. So if I cough and splutter, you'll just have to excuse me. Right, so we'll start off with what should we start with first? What we could do with the stowage first, I think. Right, I'm not going to probably use all the stowage, but I've painted it all anyhow, so we'll go from there. So I've got all this done, and what I tried to do on these ones, I decided to use like dirty washes to build the colours up. I sprayed it ghost grey and German grey for the shade and things like that, and then just used the light colours just really and built them up gradually, and it seems to come out really nicely. I'll probably do that again. I'll probably do it with the figures, which I've already made a start on, so I'll show you them where I'm at with those. I've literally just started those yesterday, so but yeah, it seems to be a nice technique, and you know, it just seems to work. I don't know why. I know you don't put a big glob on and just brush it all out and hope for the best, but this way you're going to get all the shadows that's already naturally there from when you've done the shadow coats as well. So we've got things like this as well with the rope and the chain on there under the box as well, and the usual fare with the bed rolls. They come up quite well. And what else? I've done the oh, excuse me. Bloody hell. And another one, sorry. And there's another one there. Enjoyed painting these. And lastly, I'll show you the machine gun and these excuse me. And the on my neck, and the bunch of rolled twigs, logs, whatever you want to call them. Doing the same with those, gradually built up the shades on that as well. Finally the machine gun. That's come out quite well. I've just got to finish it. I've got it all ready to be assembled. The lid on the top. Excuse me again. And yes, I had a chest infection and cold last week, and I got rid of it. And I started again on Monday with the tightness and the cough. So I went to the doctors again today, and yeah, it's definitely another chest infection, so they'll give me some stronger antibiotics to use. So hopefully they'll work. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with those. I've still got these to paint. These are for the tracks, to fasten them to the front of the vehicle, and these little rings are for the fuel drums that goes on as well. They have to be painted, so they can be done next, I think. Right, let's have a look where we are in here now. And we've got the wheels and the sprockets done, and the return rollers. These have had a pin wash. These are the metal ones that we obviously seen the word in the grey and white. So grey and dark grey. There's a bit of a pin wash now with streaking grime. I just put in a pin wash with streaking grime. I took a bit out of the pot, let it down a touch, and did a pin wash on those and all the wheels as well. Yeah, they're all like that. So I haven't done the silver around the edges yet because the wheels haven't finished yet. So do a little weathering it on them, but yeah, that's the wheels. And now this is what I've decided to do. It was camouflage pattern with the JSU-122 VS. is this one, which I found on the net on the, I think it's the Tank Encyclopedia. I've seen it, and there's a few pictures as well, proper pictures, so I did it as close as I possibly could go with it. It was all airbrushed by hand, and then I did night shapes technique of doing the mapping on the top to look as if it's been applied by the crew. So as you can see, it's got a pin wash as well. I'll show you the colours that I used for the. I used the MRP Soviet 4BO, and what's the other one? I didn't use the other one in the end, did I? Oh, where's it gone? Where's it gone? That's the one. I used the MRP 4BO, really nice, straight from the bottle, nice light coats, really worked well. And I've just put a bit of this on to emphasise on top of the nuts and things like that, the protective green. I've just highlighted the nuts and bolts on the vehicle with that. The white is just the normal Tamiya flat white, and I used for the mapping, which I still need to finish here. I'm going to go back in again with some bits here because I still haven't got chipping or anything on here yet. And I used this washable white from MIG. Which is nice. Yeah, it's even to say it's washable, you have to be still fairly quick with it, but it does work, as you can see from the vehicle itself. And I did stencils for the marking 176, which it says it's not accurate. 176 was a lot smaller and it was in between the two patterns, but I've done it that way. They come out quite well, the stencils. So this is a pin wash of the same as the wheels, the brain dead me, streaking grime, sorry. And it's had the pin wash as well on there and everywhere else, and then it's just been cleaned up with odorless spirit. Then I went back in and did the mapping on top of the pin wash where I didn't like it, so it went on there quite well. I've done nothing underneath yet. That'll be in a part itself, obviously. But yes, I'm quite happy with how it's going at the moment. I've got to do the obviously chipping and rusts and things like that, and the exhaust need to be finished, and you know, it's getting there. It's getting there. I'm quite happy with it. Quite happy with the camo pattern. Yeah, it was quite good. I got this, how long ago now? 3 months perhaps. I think it was 3 months I got this. I got it off AliExpress and I paid 32 quid for it. And it's a board excuse me. It's a border black flame, and it's the same company, obviously the model company, so I thought, well, for that price I'll give it a whirl. And I say it came within a fortnight, which was from China, which is really good service, I thought. And it's a really nicely put together airbrush, and it's got a lovely needle on it. And see, that's what I do the patterns with. And you got the, you know, which comes off as well, so you can clean right down into it as well. You know, 2mm needle, 0.2mm needle. It's got a nice bit of weight in it. Nice trigger action on it as well, nice and thin. Obviously you've got the adjuster on there as well, and you've got all the different nozzles as well you can put on, which other one is in. There's the other one gone. Is it in here? Yeah, it's in there among the connections. just a normal, you know, you got absolutely the spanner for the needle, same for the tip, and little varying pieces for the fastening to the airbrush. Because I use these connectors, you know, quick connectors on these. I've got a spare, I just screw it onto that when I use it. So yeah, I really, if you do get out, if you go to AliExpress, and it's a border black flame, and I think there's spares you can get quite good as well, and quite cheap as well. But yeah, for a, you know, for a cheap airbrush, it's a bloody good one so far. You see, it does what I wanted it to do, put it that way. So yeah, I recommend it. It's got two types of needle cap as well on it as well, which I did say. Removable colour cup, and just a breakdown of the thing on the back. And you can buy them in 0.2, 0.3 and 0.5 size needles, or I think it's the old hairbrush you can buy as well with the different needles as well. But yeah, recommend. I should have done that ages ago, but I was talking to my good friend Rob last night from Brown's Models, and I told him about the airbrush, and he did say I should do a mention it, so I've just done it now, reminding me when I was doing this. So yeah, so also I added, if you can see, some of the lifting rings have got rings in the rings as well. Some of them are missing because obviously wear and tear and damage. But yeah, it's really come out quite nicely. At the back, and so we've got underneath as well, and again on this side we've got underneath as well there. Barrel's slightly off centre, but I'm saying it's traversing, so I'm not a problem with that. Not a problem. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. So today I will probably start doing the chipping on that today. Do it with a sponge to start with, and I'll join up the dots with a brush, and then go back in. I say I'll do a lighter green, and go back in with a like chocolate brown. I tend to use, wherever it's gone. Oh, what's in this one? These are German black brown Vallejo. I tend to use that stuff for the chipping medium. I'll leave it out. And then I might go back in with this one I want to use, mid-tones. Yeah, I think it's that one, just to go along the weld seams, and maybe a couple of chips that's gone right down to the metal. And obviously I'm going to have to use that for the damage as well, which needs to be finished on the front there, as you can see, and on the side as well, which it's just got the wash in there, the 3 gram at the moment. So yeah, well, that's where I think we are. Let's say the tracks are still in the same situation as they were last time, they've just been blackened, nothing's been done with those yet. I'll just pop that on back under cover for now until I get around to doing the chipping. Yeah, I never used to do this until I started talking to Paul, and just getting a little, you know, plastic tub and keep the dust off, especially when you're doing the painting and things like that. It really works quite well. Yeah, I'll put that back up there as well. So yeah, I was going to show you the figures where we are with them at the moment. I've just done a few of these light coats of colours on there at the moment. Just started these late last night. Bloody hell. Yeah, so that's all I'm doing with them, is just starting to gradually, see, they're all sprayed like that, you know, the highlight from the top and the dark coat from the bottom. So that's what that is. Which one I haven't done any colours on there yet. And that's how we've got some of the, you know, the natural colours in there as well. It's come out quite well. That's all detail painting the face and the boots. I'm going to block the boots in next and just put the base flash down and go from there. on that one. And this one again, I've just done the, he's got like grey trousers on, so I'm going to highlight them slightly, a little bit on the highlights and darken them again on the low lights. Again with the tuning, no bad mold, see, it's quite nice. I think he's smoking a cigarette, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of thing in there to represent the cigarette. Yeah, so I'm happy with those so far. I'll probably do a bit more of those today after I've done the chipping. I think that's all we are at the moment. Anything else I should be saying or not saying? No, I think that's it. So I'll just say I'd like to thank you all very much for taking your time out of your day to have a look at these builds. I really am enjoying this build, and I say I've got all together now. I've got what I need for my next build, which I'll let you know in due course. Probably when this is finished, I'll get new finish. I'll introduce the new build. As Paul's going to do his, I think he's going to do a final reveal over the weekend of his JSU-122. Mine's quite a bit off, yeah. Maybe next weekend. I'm going to see how I get on next week. And then I'll be introducing my new build, and I think Paul, well yeah, definitely Paul is going to go back to his 1/200 scale HMS Nelson, which he's looking forward to get back on. He likes his ships as Paul, so it'll be nice to follow on and watch his build as well. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your day again, and thank you to all my subscribers, new and old. And I really should be doing more how I've done things instead of just showing you. So I think on the next build I will do that. I'll show you how I do things, or what differences I add to certain other people's techniques and all that kind of stuff. So this is Greg signing off, and we shall see you very soon with another update on the JSU-122 VS from Dragon. So catch you soon.